Here we are. We're already at the end of the year, ready to go into a brand new year. Are you excited yet? Are you feeling it? I know a lot of people right now are just sort of happy that 2016 is done, right? It's been a tough year for a lot of folks, especially if you've been in the business community. I mean, a lot of business owners have really had a tough time this year. And a lot of us are really looking forward to things to change on the other side. But does it really change just because the calendar changes, or is there something more? I want to talk about that today. I'm going to do a little presentation here for you, just maybe 10, 15 minutes or so. And I want to talk about that because I think it's one of the more important aspects of, ringing in the new year. It's like it's just more than just, the emotion, if you will, that sort of comes up. It's actually a little bit more in depth than that. I want to talk about it because I think you're going to enjoy what I have in store. Okay, let's get started right now. 2016, good to see you go, right? We can't get enough of you. Can't get you out of here fast enough. So that's one of the things that a lot of my friends who are in business are talking about. They're saying 2016, man, it was a rough year. And it was, but it really wasn't 2016. Think about this for a minute. It was 2008 forward. What happened in 2008, right? We changed administrations. We had new government come into place. And this government was not necessarily business friendly, right? So a lot of the friends that I have are business owners. We're coaches and speakers, and we run small businesses. And a lot of my clients are small business owners and chiropractors and coaches and authors, right? All that kind of thing. And it's been really rough in 2008 forward because there has been a declared war, literally, on the small business owner. For some reason, the government has this idea that business owners have unlimited capital. And we can just keep, we need more money, we'll just tax the business owners a little bit more. We'll add more burdens on them. We'll put this healthcare requirement on them. And what happened was the businesses just getting smaller and smaller. And because the more and more pressure on them, you've seen probably if you've looked around your neighborhood like I do, drive around and look at the malls, and you count the number of stores that are empty. Scary, isn't it? Well, now I got a lot of hope from a lot of people because what we're seeing is finally that declared war on the small business is now over. And we're actually going to have an administration that is business friendly. Now, I'm not here to change your politics. I'm not here to say right or wrong, good or bad, but I'm looking at it only from this one aspect, right? This one aspect is the small business owner, you and I. If it gets easier for us to do business, guess what? We create jobs. We help build the economy. So a lot of people think, well, the small business, they're the bane of society. They're horrible people and so on and so forth. But actually, they're the backbone of society. It's not the Apples of the world. It's not the Microsofts of the world. Yes, they create a lot of jobs, but we create more jobs than all of those companies combined. Right? Think about this. There's about 11 million small businesses in our country. 11 million. Now, if every small business in 2017 hired just one person, that would create 11 million new jobs. Of course, that's not going to happen. It's not practical for it to happen that way. But if you make it easier by changing the laws, lightening up on some of the regulations and letting these businesses breathe a little bit, then of course they're going to reinvest the money into themselves. We all do it. I mean, I make money from whatever I do, and I say, okay, what do I need next? Is it a new piece of equipment? Is it a new server, a new computer? I just keep reinvesting in the business. I don't take the money out and run away with it. And when I reinvest in the business, of course, the person who built the computer makes money, the person who sold the computer makes money, and so on and so forth. So really, the way I like to look at it is that the small business owner really is the backbone of society. And it really is. Whenever there's a recession, you always look to the small businesses and say, how are they doing? If they're doing well, then we're going to be pulling out of it. If they're not doing well, they're not going to be pulling out of it. Now, here's an interesting thing I read on I think it was on Inc. magazine, could have been Fortune magazine a couple of weeks ago. And they said, you want to know how the economy's doing? You have the one industry you need to look at is the restaurant business. Now, why the restaurant business, right? Because if people have extra income at the end of the month, they're going to go and spend it on entertainment. One of the things we do more than anything else is we go out and we go to a restaurant, right? That's what we do. So if we're going to a restaurant, the restaurant's doing well, it's thriving, has business. But when that money dries up, when your healthcare costs soar, and all of a sudden that extra money you had at the end of the month is now going to pay for health insurance, guess what wins out every single time? Health insurance is going to be number one for most people. And going to the movies, going to a restaurant, all of those things become secondary and you don't do them. So what happens at the poor restaurant? They're sitting there going, gee, I wonder when our clients are going to come. I wonder when we're going to have people we can serve. People are going to buy our food. And as that gets smaller and smaller, you start to see the restaurants folding. Look around your neighborhood. Has any restaurants closed over the past few years? Well, I know quite a few around this area in San Diego have closed over the past few years. That's why. So we're going to look at that. That's going to be a thing I'm going to be looking for in 2017 to see if there are new restaurants coming in, see if the restaurants that are already there are starting to do a little bit better. By the way, I'm one of those people that anytime I go to a restaurant, I always ask, how's business? It's not the normal question the waiters get, but the waitstaff doesn't normally have that question. But when they get it, they sort of appreciate it. They go, nobody asks us. That's really a good question to ask, because I always want to keep my finger on the pulse of the economy, because I know everything that I do is so tied to the economic future, the success of the small business, everything that I'm involved in. My total focus is in the area of small business. So anything that I can do there to learn what's going on and keep my finger on the pulse, I'm going to do it because it makes me real happy to do it. So I want to let you know that in 2017, regardless of anything else, remember, this is an emotional game first, right? Just like the stock market, it's either this greed or this fear thing that plays back and forth. And when the greed comes in, it's not really greed in that way. It's people seeing that they can make profit. Why? Because they expect that things are going to be better in the future. It really doesn't have anything to do with today. Or they're fearful of the future. They're fearful of the future, they sell. They pull their money back out. They're positive about the future, they put money in, stock market goes up. So we're going to start to see that more and more people emotionally now are going to start feeling positive about the changes that are coming in our society. Now, whether or not they happen, I can't tell you. I don't have my crystal ball with me today. Sorry, I didn't bring it. But I got to tell you something, just the mere injection of that hope is going to change things. 2017 is going to be a better year for all of us. That's my expectation. I hope it's yours too. Whatever New Year's resolutions you're making, I hope you're satisfied with them, and you're going to stretch yourself a little bit this year. Push a little bit more. Don't say I'm going to lose 5 pounds. Make it 15 pounds, right? Don't say I want 10 new subscribers to my list. Make it 1,000. Make the goal a little bit bigger, because I think it's all of us pulling together, doing what we can do, and pushing the envelope just a little bit more that's going to make the biggest difference come 2017. You want to work with me, you want to help your business grow, please give me a call, send me an IM, an instant message. I respond to them all. I really like doing that. And I'd be happy to help you really design a plan for 2017 that's really going to grow your business. The other thing that I'm involved in, and I'm really excited about this, it's called the marketingnetwork.tv. That's the website you're on right now on Facebook. And I'm building courses and marketing courses for small business owners, and they're going to be very affordable. They're going to, I've got a bunch in there already, and there's going to be many more coming over the course of the next few months. And they're going to be experts that'll come into the studio here, and they will be talking to you directly, face to face, about how to grow your business. They're going to be talking about social media. They're going to talk about list building, lead generation. They're going to talk about even placing ads on Facebook, right? Another big topic. Everyone needs to know how that works. I've been having a lot of fun, a lot of success with it over the past 6 months. A lot of things I want to share with you there as well. What do you do with a website? What should be on the homepage? How do you do a blog? How do you do a podcast? We're going to be covering a lot of these topics. So I invite you to stay tuned to themarketingnetwork.tv. If you want to go to the website, themarketingnetwork.tv is all you need to remember. And you can go there, or you can find it right here on Facebook, where you are right here, right now, and find out more about what we're up to. And I would love to hear your feedback. If you have any specific topics that you think you're going to need help with in 2017, post it in the comments below. I will read every single comment that you post, and I will respond to them in kind as well. So I want to thank you for watching today. This is a lot of fun for me to be able to come on camera just for a few minutes and say hi. But it's also a bigger deal because right at the end of the year, right? So normally at this time of year, I have a full webcast. I do usually an 8-hour streaming webcast at the end of the year. This year that didn't come together. I got a little sick there and lost my timing, but I do have a few friends coming later on today, and they're going to step on camera as well, and they're going to give you a little New Year's message. So if you like what you're hearing here, hey, come on back a little bit later. We're going to find some more. And if it's later than later, then you're going to see the replays. They will be on this Facebook page as well. And I invite you to watch those because there's going to be a lot of value shared with you. So from my heart to yours, I wish you a happy new year. I hope everything works out the way you expect it to. 2017, my friends, is going to be a great year. I promise you it's going to be better than you've seen the past 8. Things are going to change. Regardless of your politics, it doesn't matter. Hope is in the air. People are excited. Look at the stock market. Talk to business owners, and you feel the enthusiasm. You feel the optimism of what's happening. And really, that's all it takes. It doesn't take anything more. It doesn't take the actual facts to back any of that up. It really just takes, because it's an emotional game first. So we're going to play the emotional game. We're going to feel good. We're going to feel positive, and we're going to go into the new year expecting miracles, and we're going to get them. Thanks so much, everyone, for watching. And I wish you a happy new year. And let's talk first of the year. Take care. Thank you so much.